What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Not Weight. I'm your host, as always, Coizza, and on today's episode, we are talking about 9 super effective and really important ways on how to lose weight permanently. And I want to get into it. It's not just, oh yeah, do this, drink this magic potion, and all of a sudden you'll be skinny. That's not the case. This is going to require some hard work. This is going to require dedication. This isn't like a lot of other things that you'll see. It's just, oh, drink this, or this special water will give you this thing. That's not how it is. This is how to formulate a solid plan on how to lose weight effectively. Break it down step by step and essentially set up for what you need to do and how to apply your hard work and your efforts and your research and all the things that you're going to do in order to lose weight. This is a foolproof way to set up a solid plan on how to do that. Now, this comes from someone like myself who's lost weight and have lost it, permanently, effectively. Other people who I know have had great weight loss transformations. Anybody who had a sustainable long-term weight loss transformation from extremely heavy to healthy, or just even lost, 40, 50 pounds longer term. Not something that's just, oh, I went from fat to skinny to fat to this, that. They lost weight and it stayed off permanently, at least fat weight, maybe gain muscle weight or something along those lines, but lost the fat, unhealthy weight and have done so permanently. So we're gonna get right into it. The first step is essentially do your research. Find out where you wanna be. What's healthy for you? What is a good area for you to start? What is a goal? Kind of research and build a goal. Okay, if I'm, 280 pounds, let's just say, now I'm 6'4", that's not a healthy goal that's not a healthy weight for me. If it's not muscle and healthy stuff, if I know it's fat, like I was 300 pounds, and now it's right around your 6'3", 6'5" area, and I know that's not healthy. It wasn't all muscle. I wasn't this huge monster Hulk of a person. I know it was all fat and unhealthy weight. And then my body also told me it was unfat and unhealthy weight because I wasn't able to move slower. I wasn't able to move as quick. I wasn't able to lift things, as heavy. I wasn't able to function. I was running out of breath easily. I was chafing. I was sweating. A lot of pain. Just general, greater risk of health issues. And then also my doctor told me, hey, you're gonna lose some weight. It's not something that's just like, oh, am I unhealthy? Am I not? It's a very clear statement on when you need to lose a drastic amount of weight, or if you are unhealthy, your body starts to tell you. And you'll figure that out doing research, figuring out what you need. I remember when I did the Reddit AMA, I talked about weight loss. There was this one kid who's like, hey, I'm 14, 20, 30 pounds overweight. I've been eating 800 calories a day and I'm not seeing anything. It's just like, whoa, okay, you need to do a little bit of research here. You're obviously not figuring out what you need to do for your age. One, being a little bit overweight at a younger teenage, 14, it isn't as bad as someone who's 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on. You still have some wiggle room and you're still able to do so easily. And then you also find out within research that you don't want to be eating 800 calories a day. 1,200 calories and less is like kind of danger zone level. That's not really great for most people. So do your research, consult your doctor, talk about it, and figure out, okay, where am I at? Where do I want to go? What are some effective ways of me getting there? Come up with a goal. Starting to outline a plan. Sort of figuring out where you are. Oh, hey, I'm not drastically overweight. I'm a little bit overweight. Or, oh, hey, I'm not a little bit overweight. I am drastically overweight. Or somewhere in between. Figuring out and doing your research. You have to figure out how much then you should be eating, what your protein should be, what your carbs should be, what all that should be to get to your desired weight, your goal. Okay, I'm at 280 pounds and I want to be at 220, and I want to be healthy, I want to be more muscular, something like that. You then do your research and figure out, okay, well, in order to get more muscle, I need to focus more on protein instead of just eating sugars and fats. I need to make sure I incorporate that more in my diet. I am overeating significantly by about 300-400 calories. I know I need to eat someone around that weight class. I know I need to eat, let's say 2,000 calories a day, and right now I'm eating 4,000 calories a day, whatever it may be. You then figure out, okay, you start to build a plan and outline, okay, I know what I want. I know a general idea on how to get there and all this stuff. I'm now formulating a plan and saying, well, hey, here's my goal. I have the outline of a plan. I kind of sort of know where I'm at. Here's how I would then kind of get to it. Finding your benchmark. Where are you at right now? Okay, I want to be 200 pounds. That's a healthy weight for somebody in my, my weight class, or I have this, body ideal that I want to work towards or something like that. Here's where I am now. Here's how much I'm eating now. Here's how much, I need to be, I'm consuming of protein, carbs, and all that. And when you do your research, you'll find out how much protein, carbs, someone who at your weight class or the weight class you want to be, and your height and your age, activity level and all that. You'll figure all that out as you do your research and do stuff to set that up, and then you have to figure out where you are. What am I doing wrong? I now know that, here's what you gotta do. You're kind of figuring out what proteins, you're kind of starting to formulate a plan. You have to figure out where you're starting. So I know my weight. I'm at, let's just say 300 pounds. Okay, I'm at 300 pounds. I eat, if you use a reputable fitness tracker like MyFitnessPal or something like that, once you get a desired weight, you will then kind of sort of build out a plan for you. But you could do this on other apps and stuff online. You could say, here's my desired weight, here's my activity level, and then here is, what I want to do. I want to lose a pound a week, something reasonable. You are doing your research, you'll find out, okay, I know it takes a large determination to do a pound a week, maybe more determination than you have to do 2 pounds a week, but you're more determined than doing half a pound loss a week. So then you set up something to do that. Okay, and then now, okay, where am I at? Let me log what I eat for a day. Let me log what I eat for the next day. Let me do that. Oh, wow, I'm looking. Oh, yeah, shit. I should be at, 2,500 calories. I'm at 4,000. Oh, I should be really eating a lot of protein because I want to be, more muscular physique. I'm drastically low on my proteins. I'm super high on my carbs, and I'm super high on my fats and my sugars and my saturated fats. I'm eating the things I'm not supposed to be eating. And then once you do your research, you also find out what foods you're eating that isn't good for you and what foods you're eating that are good for you. Oh, my carbs are within the level they're supposed to be, but they're all simple carbs. It's a lot of sugary, a lot of heavy, fat-building carbs, not complex carbs, which you're gonna digest and not build fat, but give you strong, good amounts of energy as carbs should. Same thing with fats. It's all saturated fats and fats from sugars and this and that, instead of natural fats, healthy fats, non-saturated fats type of thing. You then figure out, oh, hey, I have my research, I have a goal in mind, I know where I'm at, now I can effectively build a plan on where I need to be and how to get there. You start building out that plan, you start setting it up and saying, hey, here's where I'm at, here's where I need to be. Here's how I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna cut down to this amount of food. I'm gonna set up this amount of protein. Let me start building then an effective plan to do that. How am I gonna do that and start myself maybe slowly? Or if you have a lot of determination, you're a very strong-willed person, then maybe you could jump into it. But I recommend starting slowly and getting into it because then you have a greater chance of losing that weight permanently and not relapsing or just doing it for like a month or two and then going back like most people do, something along the lines of a resolution or something like that. Oh yeah, I'll start working out, and then by March, everybody's fucking not doing nothing. Create that plan of attack. You can set that up. You know where you want to be, you know where you are, you have research to set things up, and you say, okay, I know I should be eating this, I know I should be doing that. You have the basics of a plan, start to form it out and really bang down on that plan now. I know that these foods I eat now, after tracking what I do, what is healthy and what not that I already enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna focus on things like that. Okay, I'm gonna incorporate that, and I'm gonna incorporate things that I haven't tried before. I know, I like wheat bread. I'm gonna make sure I include then wheat bread, and then I'm gonna cut out the other things. I'm gonna incorporate that. How do I work with that? You start to build out a solid plan. Hey, I don't do any exercise. I know I should have, but now really looking at it, okay, I'm gonna start to exercise. And you start building in your exercise. You start to make your plan, a step-by-step process that you could follow, and a routine, ideally, that you could follow every day when you eat your snacks. You start to build more than environment, which we're gonna get into in the next part. And you start to build yourself up an area where it's like, okay, I now have a plan of attack. I just need to follow these steps, this process, and I will get to where I need to be. Now comes the hard part. I know what I need to do. Now I just kind of need to do it. Then, like I said, getting what you need and creating an environment. If you're constantly surrounded by fast food, if you don't have any healthy food in the house, if you're constantly tired and hungry and you just have sugary foods and this and that, if you aren't around people who work out, if you aren't around people who have fitness goals in mind, if you're not around that information, you're gonna need to build yourself an environment. If you're around, like when I worked at the restaurant and we had our family business, if you're around a lot of food and sugar and fat and all this kind of, good stuff environment, it's good tasting, but it's not good for you. You need to build your environment better. Okay, I now know I'm not going to stop at McDonald's on the way home. I know now I'm more likely to, if I bring my own lunch, I'm then not going to be in McDonald's. Therefore, I'm not going to be tempted to eat a burger or with this. Oh, I'll go to McDonald's and get a salad. Not a lot of people go to McDonald's for a salad. Okay, if you put yourself in that environment, if you go, oh, hey, I'm hungry, what do I have to snack on? And you have 4 or 5 different cookies and one healthy choice option, you're gonna have a lot harder of a time picking the healthy choice option, especially if it's not something you're really in the mood for that day. If you build your environment and go, oh, hey, I know I like peanut butter. I know I like, assorted nuts. I know I like fruits. I can then start to build around and using the other things before, using your plan, using your research, knowing where you need to go, and knowing what you already like and where you're at. you can then start to build an environment that works with your plan. And building your environment should be a part of your plan. It's just kind of feed off each other. Environment puts you in a good state of mind. There's less snacks around, more healthy options. You're around people who are working out. You now have a workout buddy, so now your friends are talking about getting motivated and being physically fit and health. You're going to the doctor more. That's kind of a momentary change of environment instead of saying to someone, oh yeah, I go maybe once a year for a checkup. Okay, I'll go every 3 or 4 months, let's just say. Or, I'm friends with somebody who now works out. You're implementing more people in your life who are checking up on you and saying, hey, I noticed you weren't at the gym the other day. What's up? Everything all right? And then if you don't have a genuine excuse on why you're not there, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck, I really should go to the gym, I know. And you start to have that support, not somebody who hurts you with that. Like, oh, you really should be at the gym, but just like, hey, I know if you have a hard time or you're not really feeling motivated, let me know. Maybe we'll work out together and we'll do something like that day or something like that. Something that genuinely helps you, that environment that builds you instead of retracts you back. And then the same thing again with food. That's generally with anything. Your environment plays a large factor. Once you get down that road, you're building your environment, you're building your plan, you have friends who are helping you, you're starting to keep going, you know what you need to do, you know where you're coming from, you know where you're going, stick to it. This is the fucking toughest part. It's easy to make friends who are interested in fitness. It's easy to go out and buy a whole bunch of healthy snack foods and kale salads and this and that. It's easy to do an hour worth of research or download an app to your phone. Again, MyFitnessPal is a really good one. And say, oh, hey, look, it tells me how much protein I need. It tells me, how much carbs I need. It tells me foods. It recommends that. I looked at, health YouTubers and stuff like that. It's easy to do that and spend a little bit of time to do that. It's a harder thing to actually do it. You could read about doing push-ups all day, but unless you do the fucking push-ups, you're not going to get the results. You need to focus in and say, I'm actually going to do the work. That's with anything. That's with money, another big thing I talk about. It's easy to create a budget. It's another thing to stick to it. It's easy to create a diet. It's another thing to stick to it. You need to follow through and actually work with it and make it viable for you. And there's some things that may not work right off the cuff. There are some aspects of financial things and health that I've done. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna eat a lot of salads. And I'm just like, yeah, I enjoy salads, but I enjoy meats more. I enjoy flavorful things. I'm someone who at the time we owned a family business. I like to cook. I like trying new flavors. I like food. I'm a little fat boy at heart. I have to make a small adjustments and incorporate things like, oh hey, instead of eating salads 7 days a week, let me incorporate a sandwich. Maybe a little more unhealthy than say a salad or something along those lines. But let me incorporate a sandwich then that gives me still my vital nutrients. It's working towards my goals. It's not hurting the environment or maybe even helping my environment, thankfully. That would be nice. And it's something that is tailored to me. I know I like these foods. I know I like turkey. Hey, turkey's a great source of protein and healthy fats, natural fats. Let me do some more of that. And you build and you make small adjustments. Maybe you need to be getting more sleep. Maybe you need to be getting more exercise. Whatever the option may be, you need to make those then small adjustments for you. There's no one size fits all matter. Especially if then you make a plan, you're gonna have to adjust it and change it. The amount of food you eat, you may need to increase. You may think, oh, I need to eat 2,000 calories a day, but you're super active, your job's active, and you get 7-8 hours of sleep maybe a night. You're gonna be like, fuck, I need to change and adjust. I need to eat more. And then another thing is create new ways of solving problems. If you have 4 or 5 snacks that you really like, it's not gonna last too long and you're not gonna keep enjoying the same 4 or 5 snacks over and over and over again. You may, but you probably won't. Get creative and be like, hey, I really know that I like fruits. I like, strawberries. What other types of berries can I try? What other types of things I can try? Okay, I know I like fruits. Maybe I want to try some different vegetables. Maybe I want to try a mix. Oh, hey, I know I really like peanut butter. I like this healthy peanut butter option. Let me try cashew butter or something like that. I know it's a different taste, but around the same level of healthiness. Let me try it. Try new, healthy, creative things. Experience with different foods. You like different types of meats. You like, turkey. Hey, I never tried turkey bacon before, and try it, and you may love it, you may not. But try different things, get creative, and then you'll have a wide variety of opportunity of foods that you can eat. Instead of saying the 7, 8 things that you do, like I said before with the option of a salad, instead of eating salad 7 days a week, then I switched up to sandwiches. Then I switched up to stir fries. Then I switched up to chicken and rice, and then this and that. I built new things, new healthy foods that I could have. Try new different breakfasts instead of just an egg every morning. Okay, I'm gonna have this, and then I'm gonna try this with berries. Or on Thursdays, I really like this thing, so I'm gonna have this, and this is gonna be my Thursday power breakfast or something. And you set something up for yourself and try new creative things. 1, it makes it fun. 2, you're then solving a problem in different ways, coming up with different things. You're gonna learn more. Oh, hey, I really love this fruit. And this food, I feel, whenever I eat a certain type of breakfast, I feel more energized throughout the day. And then you'll learn more. Oh, hey, this has more natural vitamins. This has more carbs in this. This has this. And you start to learn and put things together, and you become one, more educated, and two, more motivated to do the things that you need to in order to have a healthy body and lose a lot of weight. Because then you're having fun. It's a part of your lifestyle. You're finding new things. You're discovering stuff about yourself, about foods, about flavors. This whole wide swath of and giant world fucking opens up to you then at that point. And it helps you lose that weight better, because it's not just, I go to the gym, I drink a bottle of water, I have a banana, I call it a day. You're trying new foods, you're trying new things, you're building, you're growing, and you're getting better. Number 8 is track and benchmark your progress. This isn't something that you should just do at this step, it's something you should be doing at every step. Take pictures, take measurements, get it on a scale. Make sure you're entering something, again, in like a MyFitnessPal nutrition tracker, something along those lines, and seeing, okay, here's how much protein I usually consume on a daily basis. Hey, I noticed on Thursdays I'm really tired. Well, oh, here's my Thursday meal. It doesn't have enough carbs, it doesn't have enough fats. It's very protein heavy, but I just don't have enough nutrients to get me through my day. I then need to adjust. If you track and benchmark, 1, it shows the progress on where you've come from and where you're going. 2, it then also helps you diagnose problems. Hey, I feel really tired. Hey, I feel really hungry all the time. You could then analyze your diet. You could then analyze your sleep and say, hey, that's why I'm really tired. I'm not getting enough fucking sleep. Hey, that's why I'm really tired. I'm working out too much and not eating enough food. Hey, that's why I'm really tired and I'm not eating the right foods. Why I'm really hungry. I'm not eating the right foods or the right nutrients. I'm really hungry. I'm fucking tired all the time. Therefore, my body craves sugar and fucking fatty foods. If you are able to have the data in front of you, you're not just giving a guessing game. Oh, I'm really tired, I guess because I'm stressed. You're able to sit there and look and say, oh, hey, my diet isn't what it needs to be so I can face these problems. My workout isn't what it needs to be so I can face these problems. Or I could come up with a solution. I would look at it more in a positive way, not just solving problems, but just creating solutions. I helped my dad lose weight back when we owned the restaurants. He's like, all I have in the morning is, coffee and a muffin. I was like, have you been entering in that muffin? He's like, no. I'm like, enter in the muffin. Let me know what comes out. Oh, fuck, that's all my sugars for the day. Yeah, if you track and you benchmark and you show it, oh, hey, I understand now why I'm having a hard time losing weight. I'm blowing out all my sugars in the morning. So if I have that and I have a granola bar at night, I'm way over on my sugars. I'm way over on my fats. I understand that now. If you're continually tracking, benchmarking, don't make assumptions, track and benchmark it's showing. And then also it makes, a great kind of motivational thing. You can sit there and look at yourself, wow, yeah, 2 years from today back, I was so much heavier. And then you have, weight. I weigh myself now every day instead of, once every other day or once a week. If you continue to track and benchmark, you're able to effectively analyze problems and come up with solid solutions, focusing again more on the solution than the problem. And you're able to show how far you've come and where you're going. You're able to get closer to what you're going and able to improve and get better, even if everything's going great. It is something that I didn't do for the first 50 pounds, but I do now and continue as I build up and grow into the person that I am and will eventually be. Is work out and maintain a healthy fitness level. Obviously it starts with your diet. Your diet is the most important part. That's something I cannot stress enough. If you eat a piece of cake and then run on the treadmill for 45 minutes, that's not really doing anything for you. You still ate the bad nutrients. You're eating sugar and unhealthy fats and saturated fats. You're running off some calories, yes, but you need to have a healthy diet. But then eating a healthy diet, you're gonna lose weight, you're gonna build into it, and then exercising and growing, you're building muscles. You're stronger now. You're less tired because now you're energized. Your body is used to moving at this functioning high level. So just going through your day shouldn't really be an issue. You're able to then adjust your diet accordingly. Say, hey, I know I need this much energy, and you're able to build and grow as a person. Not only does it build muscle then, but if you're doing, things like HIIT cardio and weightlifting, and you're doing that along with a healthy diet, it'll help you lose unhealthy weight faster. It'll help you build muscle quicker. Again, it's not essential to the start of you losing weight, but it's essential to you keeping weight off and growing into the better person. It also helps them with a lot of loose and excess skin. People who lose weight very, very quickly usually get a lot of excess skin. And that also happens because they don't work out. If you're working out, you're taking cold showers, you're stretching, you're moving, you're bending, you're doing everything you need to, and your body is in full, I'm getting better and improving mode, you're gonna have a lower chance of having excess skin, or maybe none at all, if you do so effectively and something that works for you. That was our last tip, but I'm gonna throw you guys an extra bonus tip. And something again that you need to be doing throughout this whole process, similar to tracking your data and whatnot, is just keep maintaining and improving yourself. I have reached the desired weight I want. I'm building my body and doing all that stuff now. Before it wasn't just I want to be strong and muscular, it's just I don't want to be fat anymore. And I lost a lot of weight and I got to being very thin. You know, not super thin like I was anorexic or anything, but I was thin. And now I'm just like, hey, I've reached my goal of weight loss desired. I now want to build into the body that, you know, I want. I want to grow muscle. I want to get stronger. I want to get better, you know, faster, quicker, more efficient. I want to be the best me that I can be. And then my goals change, you know, again. And then as I got a new job, as we left the restaurant and closed the restaurant, and I started work at Target, I was on my feet more, and I was running around, and I was doing stuff, and I was delivering orders. I then had to adapt and change my diet, adapt and change my sleep schedules, adapt and change my activity level and all that. And then my goals also change and grow and get better. My goal doesn't get worse. I never said, oh, hey, things are getting really tough, let me move back my goal. You have small goals that eventually into the big goal. If you don't just get to a desired weight and say, okay, cool, I'm done, I'm just gonna stop. No, you're gonna gain the weight back. You're not gonna be happy with your life. You're gonna feel upset. You know, things are gonna become stressful, and your body's gonna go through kind of this emotional and physical turmoil. Coming up with new goals, coming up with new ways to improve, trying new things, and experimenting, growing, researching, getting better. That's what we're supposed to do as people. And if you're able to do that with your body, you're able to do it in other aspects of life, but especially with your body, you're then going to lose weight and keep that weight off. The permanent part of losing weight is continuing to do what you do in order to maintain that weight off, you know, the maintenance, but then also getting better to not just keeping that weight off, but then improving your body overall. That is our 9 plus an extra bonus tip on how to lose weight and keep it off permanently. Like I said, it is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of research, a lot of doing stuff, but hopefully that helped you build an effective plan on how to get from where you are now to a healthy goal that you want to be. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below. Are you starting your weight journey? Are you at the end of your major weight loss journey and moving more into a new journey of physical fitness? Are you somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.